Do you know how this affects your savings? Odds of Federal Reserve rate hike surge. As oil prices rip higher, investors are increasingly readying for the Federal Reserve to hike interest rates in September. Here's everything we know so far. Financial analysts are closely watching how this develops and what it means for markets and everyday investors. Stay with us for the full story and more breaking news throughout the day. This story was reported by CNBC Economy. For daily market and financial news, subscribe to Global News Digest.
Here is what Wall Street does not want you to know. Moody's says unprecedented AI spending threatens credit quality of Amazon, Meta, Alphabet, and others. Moody's said AI spending is forcing even the world's most cash-rich corporations to lean heavily on debt, stock sales, and off-balance sheet moves. Let's break this down quickly. This story is moving markets and has significant implications for the U.S. economy and consumer spending. We will continue to monitor this story and bring you updates as they become available. This story was reported by CNBC Economy. Stay on top of your money. Follow Global News Digest for daily finance updates.
This is why your grocery bill is about to change. Trump threatens EU with substantial tariff for robbing U.S. tech giants. Trump on Truth Social railed against the European Union's new fine on Google and prior penalties against U.S. tech giants Apple, Meta, and Amazon. Here are the key details. Investors and traders on Wall Street are reacting quickly as this situation continues to unfold. This is one of the top stories we are watching closely today across the United States. This story was reported by CNBC Top News. Don't miss tomorrow's financial headlines. Subscribe now.
Here is what the political news actually means for your family. Brooks and Marcus on the Iran conflict becoming a forever war. David Brooks of The Atlantic and Ruth Marcus of The New Yorker join Amna Nawaz to discuss the week in politics, including the economic and human toll of the Iran war, the U.S.-Saudi nuclear energy deal, and Trump-allied election deniers winning GOP primaries. This is why it matters. Political analysts say this development could have major consequences heading into the next election cycle. Our team is tracking every development as this story continues to unfold in real time. This story was reported by PBS NewsHour. For daily U.S. political news, subscribe to Global News Digest.
The D.C. story that is dominating every American newsroom today. Watch. Trump says Venezuela is not ready yet for elections after U.S. ouster of Maduro. They're not ready yet for the elections, but at some point they will be, Trump said, before mentioning the country's prowess in the Miss Universe pageants once he owned. Here's what's actually happening. Lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are responding as the situation continues to develop in Washington. Follow along as we cover the key details, the background, and what happens next. This story was reported by PBS NewsHour. Stay informed on what Washington is doing. Follow us for updates.
Is this good or bad for the country? You decide. Trump orders Smithsonian to post warnings about inaccurate U.S. history. The Trump administration has often accused the world's largest research museum of harboring an anti-American bias. The key facts you need to know. This story is dominating political discussions across the country and drawing reactions from leaders in both parties. This is a developing story, and we expect more information to emerge in the coming hours. This story was reported by BBC US and Canada. More breaking political news every day. Subscribe now.
This AI development is changing everything, and it happened today. Warning shot or publicity stunt. How worried should we be about the OpenAI hack? Hugging Face said the hack was done at superhuman speed by an AI with little or no human guidance. Here's everything we know so far. Tech industry insiders say this development will reshape competition among the biggest players in Silicon Valley. Stay with us for the full story and more breaking news throughout the day. This story was reported by BBC Technology. For daily tech and AI news, subscribe to Global News Digest.
Here's the news story everyone is searching for right now. Trump will welcome the World Series champion Dodgers to the White House. AP News President Donald Trump has celebrated the Los Angeles Dodgers at the White House, calling the team one of the great brands anywhere in the world. Thursday's event marked the Dodgers' second consecutive World Series win and second White House annual visit. Let's break this down quickly. This story is generating significant attention and reaction from people across the country. We will continue to monitor this story and bring you updates as they become available. This story was reported by Associated Press. Don't miss the next story. Subscribe to Global News Digest.
Big Tech just made a move that affects you personally. Paramount WBD merger delayed for months as state's lawsuit moves toward trial. Halting this merger while our case proceeds is a critical victory, NYAG said. Here are the key details. Users and developers worldwide are already reacting to what this means for the future of technology. This is one of the top stories we are watching closely today across the United States. This story was reported by Ars Technica. More technology headlines every day. Subscribe so you don't miss them.
Did the NFL make the right call here? Agents take. Brandon Ayuk has only himself to blame for 49ers limbo chaos. The wide receiver remains tied to San Francisco through the reserve left squad list, and his refusal to seek reinstatement has kept his NFL future frozen. This is why it matters. Football fans across America are reacting strongly, and sports commentators are calling this one of the biggest stories of the season. Our team is tracking every development as this story continues to unfold in real time. This story was reported by CBS Sports NFL. For daily NFL news and updates, subscribe to Global News Digest.